Sorry, to go ahead. Yes, it's Eric Previn, the county resident from District 3 and also a 3rd District supervisorial candidate. And item 44 that Supervisor Molina brought up was continued to June 17th. So I was perplexed by that because then people were called up to speak on it, thereby excluding those who may have been considering it when they read that it was continued. The issue is important, and I'm glad she brought it up. The Sheriff's Department and the accountability piece are in great need of attention. Yesterday there was a group, a civilian coalition of interested parties who have been focused on the jails, who have proposed a way to go with the civilian oversight piece that this board has not been able to fully approve yet. I would support that initiative. I think that the kinds of fresh eyes that we are talking about, not just in the sheriff's excessive force category, but also in the ordinary business of the sheriff, is incredibly important. That kind of public scrutiny is the kind of work that allows for various kinds of corruption, whether it's at contracted folks who are working for the sheriff, like in the case of the $1 million in overbilling. And it's worth shifting now to 2D, which is the Community Development Commission's item today for their insurance bill, which is about $840,000. So it's worth noting that that's a substantial sum. Now, this is a group that needs to be scrutinized carefully themselves, the CDC, as we've talked about. They charge robust administrative fees to get things done, and that is, of course, often out of place. Today is also, Supervisor Knabe is not here, and nobody has identified where he is. I asked, they said, mind your own business, so I guess it must not be a business trip. And Bill Fujioka is not here today. I suspect they're in New York working on bond financing for the jail plan that we don't want, but I could be wrong. Item number 5, well, anyway, Supervisor Knabe did identify this as Insurance Fraud Month, and I do, obviously, I think we're all hopeful to reduce that wherever possible. Item number 5 is the great Supervisor, I believe it's Yaroslavsky in this instance, I could have it wrong, picking up the cost for the arts commissioners, 75 of them to park across the street for an event, $1,500. I support it because these are commissioners coming down for an event. But what about the folks who are going to the Hollywood Bowl who had to endure increases this year? And what about the folks who are going to the marina to park in the lots down by the water for coastal access who are facing giant increases? So the other item today, item number 22, is worth looking at. There were a lot of public health items that got cleared off the agenda, but this one is Public Health Foundation Enterprise. And, you know, I looked at it once, and it's a very old county operation that somehow helps us staff up. But it's worth looking at because a lot of money goes through that operation. And if I'm not mistaken, take a close look at that. And today I'd just like to conclude by saying the Healthy Way LA Unmatched program needs the support of this county. And I would urge all of the supervisors to step up and come forward with that money. Thank you.
Okay, no applause is permitted. If you want to show support or whatever, just do your hands in the air, because we don't allow applause. So if you have a support, whatever, you can raise your hand in the air for that support. Dr. Clavel.
Good morning, Board of